Okay, we live?
Sort of. Maybe. It says we are.
Okay, so it's just going to be the three of us tonight. And I thought we would talk about my vacation and the pet stylist relief fund.
Yes.
How's that for a topic?
That sounds like a topic.
All right, so this is what happened. I was supposed to go to Fun in the Sun, and then Hurricane Milton came along and said, yeah, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
pretty much. I'm glad Barkley canceled when they did because it did allow me to, make changes. Right? Not everybody was quite so lucky. There was a lot of people that I saw on Facebook that are having a hard time with the Airbnbs trying to cancel them. So
I saw so many posts from people that were trying to cancel their Airbnbs, and the people on the other end were like, nope, nope, not doing it.
That's what's the technical word for that? Douchey?
yeah, but see, here's the thing. So I was staying at the Hyatt or whatever the hotel at the conference was, and I'm like, I'm calling to cancel, and they're like, okay, yeah, we probably won't be here either. I'm like, probably. So that was not a problem, but it started off with that. Okay, I'm thinking, all right, fair. I'm thinking, all right, I've already boarded the dogs, and I'm going to do a shout out to the place that I board my dogs because you know what they ask for when you board your dogs?
Emergency contact information?
No, 25% deposit, non-refundable deposit. I got no problem with that, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Because you know what? Stop to a lot of the people who book all around, especially around the holidays.
You know what? People do that. I've known dog sitters that complain about that where they'll they'll make 5 different reservations or they'll have them hold something.
Yeah.
And
So
yes.
seeing as I already sent them like $450 that's non-refundable, I was still going on vacation. Okay.
fair.
But I thought, you know what, I'll just go and I'll go to Atlanta, spend the whole week in Atlanta. I got a new grandbaby. So that's fine by me. Right. So I called Delta first to see if I could change my flight. And they're like, yeah, we can do that for you. It'll cost you $2,000. And I'm like, what?
Did you tell them in a
Well,
rainbow?
no, I want them to like not charge me $2,000 so no I'm polite. So, but here's the thing: I'm flying down before the hurricane hits on the Monday. So we're like, okay, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna fly down to Orlando, right? And we'll just drive out to Atlanta just like we had planned anyway. Okay.
There you
So
go.
so we get there and the flight doesn't come into 5 o'clock. And you know what? We're not going to be driving anywhere at that time. I'm not driving another 6 hours and getting there, whatever, 1 o'clock in the morning. So let's just
Not
stay
with a
the
new
night.
baby in the house.
No, no, but I'm not staying with, oh, no, I'm not staying with my daughter. We're staying at the hotel, the Holiday Inn, literally around the corner from the house. Okay. So, but they're probably 1 o'clock in the morning. She'd be up anyway. It's a newborn. They need to be
Yeah.
fed off. So, all right. So we're going to stay the night. We're going to leave Tuesday morning. All right. And so we joined the convoy leaving Orlando. Now, this is where I'm going to get a little ranty. Okay.
Don't worry. I will also get ranty.
Okay. So here's the thing. All right. And I guess what really annoys me is that you make the decision based on whether or not Waffle House closes. Okay.
I think that's completely fair.
Here's the thing. Waffle House
That's the
has
thing.
an emergency and disaster manual. They have policies and procedures in place. In fact, it's a two-pronged thing. All right. So it starts off with the limited menu and then it goes into the full closure. They have steps that they take. If you are waiting until Waffle House actually closes, okay, they're done with their preparations. Okay.
Yep.
You're just going to start.
Well, most people have like done the windows and like that kind of stuff. You know, they've already done all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
They've sandbagged what they could. They've done the initial preparations, but evacuation is like they already have like go bags and all of that.
Yeah.
All right. So
And
my
it's just a matter of up and going.
Amy's on here. I'm asking Amy specifically. How prepared are you to leave if you got the notification Waffle House is closed in your area? How soon can you get out of town from that point?
I actually know the answer to this question.
Okay, what's the answer, Chris? I mean, Angie.
It's less than an hour.
Okay.
Like less than an hour. She's got go bags for everything. She can just
Okay.
and
All right. Well, Amy
yeah,
doesn't
she
have
doesn't have a Waffle House.
to judge by.
But
I think
the
a lot-
last
but I-
time she had to go, she was in and like on the road in less than an hour with everything she needed for her,
All right, but
the
here's
dogs,
Here's the
the pigs, everything.
getting out of Orlando, okay, was bumper to bumper traffic. Okay. I mean, the governor did open up the shoulder. Okay. So that helped a little bit.
People were freaking out about that too, that didn't know. They're like, look at them, look at them. It's like, yeah.
Look at those bastards.
Yeah.
Well, but here's this. I don't know if people know this, but do you know what the fine is for driving on the shoulder? Just take a guess.
$500.
1,000. It's $1,000 fine if you get pulled over because you're driving on the shoulder. Right?
If it's a zombie apocalypse, I'll be like, sure, write me that ticket.
Okay.
If I'm getting away from zombies, I'll be like, I'm driving on the shoulder.
Okay. Now, but here's the thing. Georgia did not allow anyone to drive on the shoulder. So people were going from Florida into Georgia, still driving on the shoulder. And let me tell you something, the state troopers were prepared for that. I don't know how much money Georgia made that day.
See, that's crap.
Yeah, that is kind of craptacular.
That's crap.
But there was
That's
a big sign that says, do not drive on the shoulder when you went into Georgia.
Right. But
On that
even
road.
in Florida, there would be signs that say don't drive on the shoulder. But like here in Massachusetts, you are allowed to travel in and on the shoulder conditionally.
Yeah, Washington has the same thing here. There's conditions that are met, you can drive on the shoulder.
Yeah. So, but to have that change, because they gave permission to get rid of the backlog, to spread that out from, 3 lanes to 5.
Yeah.
And then when you hit the state line, it's like, oh, no, 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 now we're going to fine you.
Yeah.
That's crap. I know that, like
Well,
Amy said, the
we're
governor has control here, but they should have allowed that in Georgia as well, since where else are they going to go?
I can't even. I got family down there. I can't even defend that. That was on Georgia. That was
Yeah.
Georgia not being. And hopefully, those people who did get tickets, they will be like, yeah, sorry, no, you're good on that.
You know what? Honestly,
I would contest that.
I would fight. I
I
would
would
fight that.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's shenanigans. That's not right. I mean, they opened up those lanes for a purpose, and
Yep.
the purpose was congestion because people were running out of gas in
Well,
that backlog.
yeah. And so the roads were so it was it would normally be a 6.5 hour drive from Orlando to my daughter's house. Took us 9.5 hours to get there. And honestly, it wasn't the evacuation part that added the 3 hours. That probably added about an hour, which got me over into Georgia. What the problem was is that I don't know, people were panicked or whatever, but 5 accidents once we got out of evacuation traffic that slowed us down for another 2 hours before getting there.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
not paying attention,
Yeah.
freaking out, probably watching radar
Mm.
Mhm.
to see where the hurricane was and,
Yep.
contacting, people that didn't evacuate for whatever reason or, yeah,
And
that's too bad.
just looking back at some of the comments and trying to lighten the situation, Amy says she doesn't have a Waffle House. I didn't realize that it was legal to be a resident of Florida and not have your designated closest Waffle House. Like, I thought that was a state regulation that you needed to be within a certain percentage of Waffle House.
Yeah, well, like when you come in the state, they require that with your license. It does a little
Right.
sticker on
It's
the
like
back
where,
as your local Waffle House.
right, exactly.
Apparently, she hasn't
That's
signed up for the Waffle House thing, or she hasn't updated her license in long enough where
that
she
could
hasn't
be.
been assigned a Waffle House.
That could be.
So,
Yeah,
just-
Kayla, I've never been to a Waffle House either. Okay.
dude, okay, Waffle House
Yankee has been to a Waffle House.
is amazing. Like, okay, picture Denny's, but
Food tastes good.
really, it's unbelievable. Like, they have so many syrups that you can have like blueberry pancakes with like strawberry syrup, and it's Kayla, you would love Waffle House. It is, and their donuts are like magical. You think Krispy Kreme are good? Pshaw, no. It's like I have partied way too late and it's 2 a.m. and I need food and I need food now. So that's where I would just take my friends. We're going to go to the Waffle House and you're going to eat and sober the hell up because you're annoying the crap out of me. IHOP is good. Waffle House is, I think, better.
All right. I can't compare. I can say that IHOP has been around since the time I was a child, and the food has changed dramatically in those years.
Yeah.
It's not the same that it was. All right, so I make it up into Georgia, and it's baby time. Yay! Okay, but now Orlando Airport is closed, and this is a little tip. Okay, so that $2,000 that Delta wanted to charge me, well, Orlando Airport is currently closed. Okay, so I call up Delta and saying, "Hey, can I come out of Atlanta instead?" And she looks, it goes, "Oh yeah, Orlando Airport is closed. They think it might be open later today, but we don't know that. So yeah, we're gonna reroute you to Atlanta, let you go out of Atlanta, and there's no charge for that. Hurricane. So if you got to change airlines like that, best to do it while the airport is actually still closed. Because if you wait until it opens back up, then they're going to charge you. The other issue was then trying to the rental car, which had to go back to Orlando. It's not going back to Orlando. It's going back now to Atlanta Airport. And so Enterprise, when I'm on the phone with them, they're like, well, it's a $600 drop-off fee outside of the area. And I'm like, with the hurricane, oh, no, they'll waive it. They did.
Okay. So I was going to say that's kind of shady because getting back in there and getting back down there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so you want me to drive it down there and leave it where you're going to lose the car completely? Lose the car completely. Oh
no, it would be a problem getting gas. I mean, I could fill up in Georgia, but will I have enough gas?
You're not going to make it to Orlando without more gas.
I'm not going to make it back to Orlando. Okay.
No.
So they did the right things. All right. And I was going to say everything that I did, I was polite. The stewardess all got bags of candy for me.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, that's you, Angie. But being polite, all right, goes a long way.
It really does. It really does. Okay, so like I have had the same gas company here for 24 years, 25 years. Anyway, I called them up and I said, I need these things in order to move. Here's the hitch and the giddy up. I need them like tomorrow. And she's like, I will make this work for you, Angie. She's like, I am really going to miss you. She's like, every year, you are the only customer that sent us a Christmas card. And she said, is shoveled out for our guys. And things they notice, just like we do. They remember. The oil company, same thing. Called them up and I'm like, I need you to sign off on this and I need it by Friday. I called them on Tuesday because that's when they notified me. And they're like, let me see what I can do, Angie. I'm going to see if I can get, you're off today? And I'm like, yeah, I'm here. Well, let me see if I can get somebody out there today. Does that work for you? Yeah. Okay. Done and done.
But, again, think of our customers who tip us very well, who treat us very well, okay, and how we go out of our way for them, all right? There's been many a stupid long day, okay, because somebody asked, but this is the person that gives me those awesome homemade cookies that belong in a bakery, okay?
Yep.
Or crocheted me this nice warm hat, or is just a pleasant human being. All right, yeah, we will make this work. As opposed, well, towards the end there wasn't any of the other clients anyway. But again, it becomes a you're a good client, but you don't do anything special for me, so I can't squeeze you in. Pedro says he gets eggs.
Probably somebody had chickens.
Yeah. When my husband and I were working together at a shop, he was my bather and we went, okay, we're done. We're booked for the holidays, but we're not allergic to money. So if anyone offers a bribe, like says, I know it's last minute, I'll tip you extra. Boom, we'll get them in. We'll stay late. No problem.
All right. So, but I'm going to do a little,
One person thought of that.
okay. When someone says they're going to tip you extra for like a holiday appointment, have them get specific and what do they mean by extra?
I think I think they just said like $50 or something. And I'm like, that'll work. That's something.
Yeah, be
That's
specific.
nothing to sneeze at.
Have them pay up front,
Mm.
because I've done that.
Mhm.
When a guy came and he begged, I'm moving tomorrow. The lab got into the swamp, yada, yada, yada. And I'll pay double. I'll pay double. And I said, okay, it's $70. You're gonna pay $140 for a lab if we give it today? I'll pay it. I'll pay it. Okay. And then $140 for a lab. And then he didn't want to pay it. So payment first, services after, for those finagly sort of things.
Yeah. Well,
Because
Paige will give you $12, Angie.
$12, yeah.
I have
$12
I-
is a fairly decent tip if you think about it.
I have a question that is
I'm-
simultaneously very off topic and very on topic at the same time.
What you
Since
got?
we are talking about Southern staples and Angie is moving to Florida, and I saw the can of Dr. Pepper in your hand, we know how you feel about Dr. Pepper, aka your blood type. But have you
Yeah.
tried and will you accept Mr. Pibbs?
No, I have tried it. It is
Okay.
not the same. They say it's the same. It's not
Okay.
the same. It's the same. It's not, because Atlanta Airport doesn't have Dr. Pepper. They have Mr. Pibb. And let me tell you, they are not the same. They don't taste the same. And even when it's cold, it's not as good. It's no. No. Dr. Pepper is Dr. Pepper. This is the real one. The other one
I haven't
is
had
the
Mr.
Walmart.
Pibb since I was in high school, so it's been
No,
years.
It is not the same. It is not as good. It is bad. Like Kayla said, it's bad. It's bad.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
He's already got 12 back for me. And Pedro is correct. He is an imposter.
That's
Mr.
fine.
All right. Did you know that
See, okay, so this one,
And yes, I'm sure Angie knew this, but go ahead.
Dr. Pepper is owned by Keurig?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Angie knows the story.
I may or may not have actually bought stock for that specific reason.
Okay.
Hey, you got to
All
support,
right.
man.
So back on topic.
It's not much. It's only $25, but
All right.
still.
Pet Styles, back to the hurricane. Pet Styles, really fun. So, all right. We just got the first 2 applications that came in have just been approved and they're going to get what we decided upon. Okay. So let me tell you about some of the companies that have been supporting us. All right. Show Seasons is doing $200 sort of like gift card. Again, these are approved, vetted applications. Okay.
Thank you, Sandy.
Groomers Mall gave us a bunch of gift cards that people will get. We are doing some cash. All right. Pet Edge is donating from that past weekend 10% of all their sales, and we're in talks with them for some more stuff.
Thank you, Pet Ed.
Pet Store Direct is sending
Thank
over
you.
some money. Barkley is donating part of the proceeds from their next World Groom online.
Thank you, Barkley.
Nice.
Okay.
Thank you.
So plus all the donations that we've been getting from groomers. Okay.
And I know Celtic Canine has sent out a package of slip leads as well as money.
Okay, cool. Very good. So there's a lot of a lot of support within our vendors for this. So please support the vendors who will help in this scenario. Okay. So we are waiting on more applications. Again, just to be like really clear on this, we are a 501(c). We have to have the application. Okay. If anybody is having trouble with the application, let us know. Right. One of the applications came in not from the groomer themselves, but from her father. Because her father had internet and she did not.
Mm.
Hanvey also is going to be.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Ann.
Thank you.
I'm forgetting other companies, but California, the California Grooming Association is sending us over a nice chunk of change as well.
Thank you, California.
Okay. There's also education. We have 2 educational series out there. The first one was sponsored by the Pet Pro Classic, and it's called the Versatile Pet Groomer. It's 5 pre-recorded workshops. It's $100. All right.
I think I have a class in that one.
I believe you might. I think Angie does too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
there's another one coming out the 20th of October.
no, actually, I put it out live today.
Oh, okay. So it's live today.
It is
I
live
don't
today.
know. I've been packing.
So it's on time management. It's 5 pre-recorded workshops. You'll have 3 weeks to watch it. It's the same thing. That one was sponsored by Pet Edge, and that's $100 as well. So it's a $100 donation. You get access to these workshops, and both the ISCC and Pet Edge brought the price down from $125 down to $100 because they are sponsoring the series. And the next one, sometime like February-ish next year, it'll be a skin and coat series, and that one is going to be sponsored by Show Seasons.
Oh, nice.
That's fantastic.
So there's lots of ways you can give us some money. Just give us some money. That's awesome. You can buy some swag. I believe it is now live on the website as well, which is petstylistrelieffund.com. And there's education you can get.
So can I shamelessly self-promote, and because some of the proceeds from World Groom is going to the Pet Stylist Relief Fund. If you've heard me talk about the Winter Brothers, aka Johnny and Edgar, my genetic disaster doodly doodles, I'm doing a grooming demo. And because I'm insane, I thought, let's do the deaf and mostly blind dogs live for people to watch, because they're a mixed breed and they're getting a makeover. I don't know what's wrong with me, but if you want to meet Johnny and Edgar virtually, both of them will be making an appearance.
Okay, Ashley wants to know, where is Denise tonight? Denise has a school function with one of her kids.
And because I do love these Muttley Mutts, you'll be able to see more of them on the Positive Ed Summit that's coming up.
Yep.
Yes.
There's
Okay. Real quick, because we have a minute or 2 left. The Spirited Summit is around the corner.
it's going to be awesome. Okay, so it starts out with Angela Cumpy. She's doing a 1 hour on a particular creative, and then another hour on quick and easy things you can do in the salon that won't take you much time, but they're festive and they're fun. And then we have after Angela, that's on Sunday. We have Mary Kniskern. Am I saying that right?
Correct.
And it's who's having a hard time, me or the dog. And it's a behavioral class on changing your perspective or looking at it from the dog's point of view. Then we have ooey gooey and things that go bump on the skin. 2 hours on nightmare skin conditions, how to identify them, and how to fix them. And then Don't Be Scared of Cat with Mary Quendo. And that's, of course, on the scary cats. And then Terrifying Pets That Belong at the Vet, Not the Groomer. So this is given by Brittany Valania, and she's a vet tech of 20 years, and she specializes in skin issues and parasites and zoonotic diseases. So it's all about how to identify those the second they walk in your door so that you don't end up with what happened to me was somebody walking in with a dog who had distemper, walked into my salon and had my assistant Angie not known something was not right. She came and got me. I went out there and went, oh, no, 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 no. Nope. Get it out, get it out, get it out. I don't want it here. It went to the vet. Turns out the dog did, in fact, have distemper. And the dog was euthanized because she wouldn't pay to fix the dog. But so there's that. And then Chris is doing 2 hours on taming the terror of doodle grooming. So this is all going to be about the Winter Brothers and dealing with doodle code and this kind of thing. And then there's the walk on the spooky side of interviews. And Chris and I are doing this one together. And
So that's going to be fun.
It is. It's a half an hour from the employer perspective. So you know what employers are looking for. And as an employer, you know what red flags you go, no, 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 I'm not doing that. And then from the flip side, from the employee perspective, so when you walk into a salon, what are the things that make you go, I'm not working here? So we're going to cover all of that. And are we ready for the weird fact of the week?
Yes.
Yes.
Next week
Okay.
it's my turn.
And I will not be here next week. So let me apologize in advance for Chris's weird facts. And know that I had nothing to do with them. And she's trying to get me to do them for a number of weeks. And yeah, good luck with that. Okay, so this week is fruit bats.
Angie's Weekly Weird Fact.
Very nice, sweet little fruit bats. The bat is the only mammal that can fly. Fruit bats will travel 18 miles or 30 kilometers for a good meal. And they hang out in what are called camps. So fruit bats can actually swim. And though they don't do it often, they're capable. They're exceptionally good for the environment as they deposit their
Angie's Weekly Weird Fact.
They deposit their fertilized seed balls all over the forest floor, and they grow more little poo ball of which actually helps so that it increases the overall population of all of the pollinators, but it also, because they're basically dropping fertilized to the forest floor. And the coolest part, so what they do is they'll fly out like 18 miles and go get their food. And then they come back. And here's the coolest part. The ones with young, the mothers, the young will stay with the pregnant females, and all of the pregnant females will camp together and watch the newborn babies. And then once the mothers get back to their babies, the pregnant females will go out. So it's very cooperative, and everybody's just like helping and doing things with each other. And all the males will camp together, and they camp at the furthest points of the camp, so that even though they are a very peaceful mammal, they're covering the danger areas because they're staying to the outside of the camp, where the females and the young are in the inside because they're the most vulnerable. And it's just it's a beautiful relationship. I got way too into this. I was doing this for like 2 hours, just watching videos and all kinds of reading all about bats, and yeah, it was bad. It ended up in the Secrets of the Zoo episode, and yeah, that
And
happened.
and
Um,
did you find it ironic that such a beautiful creature that's so cooperative in its care of its young and peaceful, did you find it ironic that you can use its poop to make gunpowder?
um,
Because guano has high I double checked
yeah,
myself. Guano has a
yeah.
lot of potassium nitrate, which is saltpeter and a
Yes.
main component in gunpowder.
Oh, yes. Well, I was more focused on the fact that their little fertilized seed pods were making plants all over the forest floor that make more food for them and make more food for the pollinators. And it's actually like they're so good for the environment because they're eating the food, but they're replacing it at the same time in little perfectly fertilized little packages. It's just
Sky
it's
puppies,
the coolest thing.
sky puppies are
Yes,
awesome.
sky puppies are awesome. It is the coolest thing. I was completely enthralled. And yes, so Amy says her pigs make their own food too, and they do. It's because that's how it works. They eat the tomatoes and the tomato seeds because that's part of the tomato, and then they poo out tomato plants. Just to give you an idea, they had pooed out a giant section of like the density, dude. It was like husky coat. There were so many tomato plants. She had like 30 or 40 tomato plants that the pigs had pooed out. Cucumbers, they like eat the cucumber. Of course, cucumber has seeds, but when it's processed, digested, it comes out in a fertilized poo package. And then you get like cucumbers out like your ears. It's the coolest thing. So yes, they eat one cucumber and you get 6 cucumber plants from it. They eat one tomato and you get 10 tomato plants from it. And they're pooping out gardens like it's going out of style. And the
Okay, so
same
I
thing.
need a pig
Cats.
here, correct?
Huh?
I need a
Pig, yeah.
pig.
Yeah, her piggies.
No, I need a pig here.
You
Oh,
totally
yeah.
do. Because, dude, oh my God. Like they make as much food as they're like consuming because the pumpkin seeds, squash seeds, they go in, they process, bloop, they go out, and she's like, I don't know what this is. It's some sort of squashy thing. And then it grows, and she's like, oh, it's a this.
All right, so what Amy needs to do is take some of her poo plants to a trade show to give out.
Well, she's actually got like almost a complete garden for me when I get down there because the pigs have pooped it out into sections of her yard. She's like, all right, I'll save these for Ange. I'll save these for Ange.
So
So she's
she could have little gift baskets.
yes, of piggy pooed plants.
Yeah.
They're healthy. Like
Woo,
you
woo.
wouldn't
So we
believe.
have a new business idea for you, Amy. Okay, piggy poo plants. All right, you should check to see if that domain is available.
Send them out. Here's your piggy poo plant.
Well, it's
Yeah,
are you
I
checking,
mean,
Chris?
No, I'm yelling at Alaric to stop eating the
Hold on.
garbage.
Piggy poo plant.
poo plants.
That. Oh, hey,
But yeah,
it's available.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, little turd still stuck to it. So there you go. It goes with the fertilizer.
So, I mean, you get a whole
It
list.
will grow beautifully.
It's in its own little fertilized package. You just got to put it into the ground and you're good to go. I see
Yeah.
business opportunity for you, Amy. Pigs.
Pigs,
Pig
like
pigs.
actual pig pigs.
Oinkies. Oinky pigs.
Yeah. Not like a meat pig. This is a pet pigs. They're still fairly large, probably about the size of like a lab, but denser, thicker, chunkier.
Piggier.
Well, they are. They're chunky. They're pigs. Then she has,
Okay.
yeah, she has three. She's
So
got Petunia, Porg, and Jelly Bean.
I'm going to wrap this up because Angie still has to pack. Okay. Now, if anybody wants to see the little chunky monkey that I spent a week with, I got a picture of him up on my Facebook page and the profile.
Yes, I will try to at least be viewing this next Tuesday. I don't know how the signal will be or if I will have signal. But I will attempt to at least be viewing this.
Okay. So we will see everybody next week. Well, most of us.
So long, farewell, Auf Wiedersehen.